poders, welcome to my YouTube channel. Eileen here with a new pole tutorial. So today I will be teaching you the variation number 2 of handspring that I was talking on my previous video. So today we're going to be learning how to do the handspring from the floor with a kick. Now make sure that you do this one after you do the previous video. So make sure that you learn how to do the handspring from up the pole and you're confident with that variation of getting into handspring, and you can do the conditioning that I said about getting from the straddle into pencil, back to straddle and pencil, and you can do that for a couple of times without losing your position, without using the elastic band. So make sure that you only try this variation of kicking up from the floor once the first one is completely dominated by yourself. You can do conditioning without band, without any spotter. Having that said, if you're ready for this one, we're going to start from the floor, kicking into handspring. Now, again, you can keep any type of grip that you want, but as we're going to do this one for the first time, I will again recommend that you do twister on top and full bracket at the bottom. So you can do cat grip and regular, like I said on the other video, but those grips are going to be a little more difficult for you. So make sure that you start with these ones, and when this gets easy, then you can change grips and try getting your handspring with different grips. So for now, let's stick with bottom arm on full bracket and top arm on twister. Now you want to make sure, remember the angle here, you don't want to be too close to open, just like I said on my previous video. So if you don't remember that, or you don't know what I'm talking about, go check my previous video on how to do a handspring, where I go into detail how you should position your arms, how far, and the angle that you need to get there to be safe and secure in the position. Now, as we're going to be doing this from the floor, I want you to start right in front of the pole and position bottom and top arm. And bottom arm should never be completely straight. It should always have a nice micro bend here so that you can push the pole. If it's completely straight, you're not going to have a very nice push, and you can overextend your elbow, which is not secure for you. So make sure that this bottom arm always has a slight micro bend here on the elbow. Now, just so you know, the higher you start practicing this kick, the harder it'll be, because your body is all the way down on the floor. So there's a lot of body that you're going to have to kick up. So the lower you start, the easier it'll be, because your body is going to be already halfway up. So there's not going to have to be so much kick to bring everything up. It's going to be much easier because most of your body is already high. So you want to start really low. So at the beginning, just start as low as possible. Don't be afraid of going really low. Really, just go really close to the floor. There's no trouble there. You don't have to start here. You want to start very low in the floor, very, very low. This is going to be much easier for you. So slight micro bend on that bottom arm. Remember this angle here, you want to have space. Twister on top, full bracket at the bottom. And then the next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to keep your outside leg, so this leg, the one that goes right in front, is going to go and kick forward and back. So this is where a lot of people stay for a long time. So they go kicking up and back and up and back. And you don't want to stay there. You don't want to be kicking forward and back for a long time, because you're going to get tired. Even if you're not getting all the way up, you're still going to get tired just kicking forward and back without even actually kicking all the way up. So don't swing the leg forward and back. You just got to do one forward and then boom, back to bring you up. So just, I know you are going to want to stay there, going forward and back, thinking about what you're going to do, but that's actually not going to help you. It's going to get even worse. You're going to get tired, and it's not going to help you at all to get up. So don't overthink it. Just trust your body. Kick the leg forward and then aggressively kick it back. Now, once you do that part, after kicking, what's going to come is that you kick forward, you kick back. Once you kick back, you want to rotate your body up. So make sure you're rotating that body. If you stay sideways or looking at the pole, you will never be able to bring your body all the way up. So make sure that you really twist the body all the way up into the ceiling. You want to be looking up. You don't want to be looking sideways or down. So again, leg forward, leg back, twisting the body. So make sure that you practice this on the floor a couple of times so that you know what's going on. Leg forward, leg back, twisting the body so that you really notice and your body can understand what's going to happen. Alright, so once you really understand the kicking, just one forward, one back, and the rotation of the body, we work on actually lifting both legs up. So at the beginning, it's going to be a little easier if you keep one leg bent and the other one straight. And then with time, you can keep both legs straight. Now the leg that kicks, so this leg is going to bend. So you're going to push it straight, 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 and then the moment that you come up, you're going to bend it. But the bottom leg will always stay straight. If you bend it as well, it'll probably bring you back down. So don't keep it bent. The one that stays on the floor, the one that leaves the floor last, keep it straight all the time so that you can really stay there and it doesn't bring you down. And then with time, if it gets comfortable, then you can kick with the leg straight and keep it straight without bending it. Alright, so starting really low, full bracket, twister, kicking forward and then fast. You want to do this aggressive kicking forward and then aggressive kicking back, twisting the body and pushing with this arm to get up and pulling with top arm. So forward and back. And then you can straighten up the leg if you want. And here remember to look at the pole and then coming back to the floor. So again, I kick forward, I kick back, aggressively rotate my body and come up. You want to do that fast. If you do it slowly, you will stay halfway, so you will not come up. So you want to do it fast and aggressive kick and rotation, and then again keeping the leg that kicks bent and the other one straight all the time, and then maybe straighten up the one that kicks. And then with time, you can start with both legs straight all the time without bending. So let's see it again. Starting really low, remember, starting as low as possible. The lower you start, the easier it will be. With time, you can start going higher and higher, lifting your own body weight by yourself, more of a deadlift. But for now, let's start really, really low. So forward and back aggressively, twisting the body. Straighten up, always looking at the pole, and then coming down. So just like I said in my previous video, you can do this with an elastic band if you don't have someone to help you. So if you have someone to help you to start getting into a straight, to hold you, that's great. But if you don't have someone, you can use an elastic band as your spotter. So again, let's position the band like I said on my previous video. So going around the pole and then around the band. And again, putting the band as high as you want. The higher the band, the more help you'll get. And then going around the pole so that you're secure with the band and it doesn't slide. And once you are here, we're going to position the band around our waist. So again, remember this is going to be a fight at the beginning, but don't worry, it'll be worth it. Alright, so I'm going to do opposite way around now so that you can spot how everything's look from the other view. So again, starting with the top arm on twister, bottom arm on full bracket, starting really low, keeping the distance, micro bend on the elbow at the bottom. And again, kicking forward and then kicking aggressively back and twisting the body. And coming down. So the band will give you a lot of help, just like I explained on my previous video. So you can use this band as much as you want it. Remember, the higher you put it, the more help you'll get. And just keep using the band until you feel like you can start on your own. So I would highly recommend, try if you can do it on your own. And if you see like it's too hard or you don't feel confident or you're not secure about it, then put the band, go with it around the waist, and then try for the handspring again. it'll help you a lot, so it'll definitely get you where you want to be. And again, you can use the band as much as you want, and then with time maybe start getting the band lower and lower so it helps you less and less, and then eventually taking the band all the way out. And then you can also add some conditioning, going from the straddle to the pencil and back to the straddle and back to pencil if you want. So just remember, you want to keep those arms open, you want to keep the slight micro bend on the bottom arm to be able to always push. You want to keep the leg that kicks bent when you come up and then straighten up, so it's a little easier to control, and then with time you can just keep it straight all the time. But the one that leaves the floor last, always keep it straight. You want to keep those legs tight. Remember, the tighter you keep your body, the easier it'll be to control, so keep it really, really tight. You want to kick forward and then back just one time. You don't want to stay there kicking forward and back thinking about it. You just want to go forward and back and twist and up. You don't want to think about it. Don't take too long, just go for it. If it happens, and if it don't, it doesn't matter. Just go aggressively forward, aggressively back, turn and go up. Keep breathing, look at the pole, keep those arms tight. Remember to pull with top arm and push with bottom arm. Use the band as much as you want it. Practice both sides. Remember, it'll always be one side harder than the other, but that's fine. As long as you practice, you'll be able to do it. I actually just did both sides and I feel equally strong on both sides because I have been working on both sides equally. So make sure that you also do that. And at the beginning, as I said, it'll be a little harder. Maybe you won't get up or feel confident to do it, but use the band, get used to working both sides. You want to equally work on both sides. Remember to twist the body. You don't want to be looking forward or down on the pole. You want to be looking with your chest up to the ceiling. Your head looks at the pole once you turn, but your body is looking up at the ceiling. Don't keep it forward or down. And remember, if you have any more questions about how the arms go or the handspring position in general, go back to my previous video on how to do a handspring where I go over that in detail. So just remember, practice as much as you can. With time it'll get better, so just do the work, put in the hours, have fun. That's the most important part of all, and be patient with yourself. There's no rush, so just practice and you'll see results. I hope that you learned how to do a handspring from the floor, and I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and drop in the comments all the feedback or questions that you have for me. I will be happy to read them all. Feel free to connect with me through social media. I will be always happy to watch your videos, your pictures, or anything that you send to me, so please feel free to connect through any social media so I can answer any questions or just read your comments. I love doing that. I will be doing on the next video then how to do the aerial handspring, so stay tuned for that one. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. I send you the best vibes, and I hope I will see you soon on my next video.